Hello everyone, and Happy New Year. So we are in 2022. It's hard to believe. So I'm planning for the first week of the year, the first full week of the year, the 3rd through the 9th. And this will be in my catch-all planner. I kind of got flip-flopped around in my planners this week. I just opened up and started writing, and to my surprise, after the fact, I had written in my social media planner as my catch-all. So they flip-flopped, but this was originally meant to be for my catch-all planner. It did get a little changed up this week. So I wanted to go with the This Is My Year, I think is the sticker book. And there's just lots of sort of pastels, and that the stickers I chose for this one are like pink and peach, or like a lilac and peach. And so I'm going to go that route. So it's going to be pretty colorful, and I'm using one of my RedLyrics girls to go run along with the theme, since I'm starting a new job soon. Not that I'll have to really dress up, but I can if I want. So I'm excited about this. I haven't had a real job, as they would say, in, well, it's about 4 years. So yeah, but I used to work in sales, and I would wear nicer clothes and shop at Express and places like that. So I'm pretty excited about being able to get dressed up if I want to. And so I have my little working girl here, boss babe, you know. So I actually was probably supposed to start sooner, but actually just met with the owner of the company recently. It was last Friday on New Year's Eve. We met and discussed details of everything, and so we're just trying to pin down the details. But then this week I got sick, so I'm waiting on my COVID test just to make sure it's not COVID, and hopefully this will be over quickly. But I do have a COVID test coming up just to make sure, and so we've been kind of cooped up in the house, and it's really crazy because last year at the same week last year in January, the very beginning of January, we all got sick, and it actually was COVID. So I mean, I've been fully vaccinated, everything, but this is just such a contagious disease. So we shall see. So I'm losing my voice a little bit, so I may not talk through this whole plan with me, but basically what I'm doing, and then again I may because I'm such a talker, but basically what I'm doing is just kind of layering some of the different stickers and also florals. I'm going to add just little pops of this sort of peachy pink washi tapes, like a grid washi from the washi tape shop. And I think it's going to turn out really pretty. I really like these colors. I've actually done another spread very similar to this one in the past. Well, with similar colors, I should say. It was actually very different, but it was when I first started planning. So this was actually one of my first books when I started planning last year. So yeah, so I'm going to be using these lilacs and peaches. Love these colors. They're so pretty and vibrant. And just layering the copper foiled flowers on top. So I know I didn't get a chance to post my plan with me's last week. We were just very busy. Had my stepson here all week, and so we just had a lot of family stuff going on and trying to stay busy. And then he had his 16th birthday actually on the 31st. He got a new car, so it's pretty exciting, and just a lot of stuff going on. So I didn't get a chance to upload either of my plan with me's from last week. I did film them both for New Year's Eve spreads, and I didn't get a chance to upload either one. I did upload my flat lays onto Instagram, so if you'd like to take a look at those, they are on my Instagram page for last week. I don't know if I'll ever get around to posting those. I just have so much content right now that I've been working on, and I'm not sure if I have time with starting a new job soon to be editing extra ones, because that's what it feels like when there's like something you skipped over. It feels like it's an extra thing, and I don't want to really get behind, since I feel like now that New Year's is over, it's almost kind of not redundant, but just irrelevant, I guess you would say. So I'm not sure if I will get around to posting those, but I have plenty of more content coming up. I'm still doing at least 2 plan with me's a week. I know I was doing like 4 or 5 every week on here for a while, but it just really caught up to me. I wasn't even using the planners part of the time, not all of them, but like my health planner would barely get used. The journaling one would barely get used because I had switched over to doing the bullet journal. So I just thought, I'm wasting stickers, I'm not even using these, and just to be making excess content that I felt was really kind of running me ragged, because I have to do typically a voiceover and editing and uploading, just all that stuff, making the thumbnails. There's a lot that goes into it, and then editing pictures, doing flat lays, like photo shoots. The planning itself, takes about an hour or maybe more or less, but yeah, it was getting a little much. I feel like I was like putting so much into it, and I'm so glad that you guys like enjoyed those, and I had a lot of content, I know, but I'm still making content. I'm just trying to work with my lifestyle, and not just, I don't know, it just became all too much. It was just too much. I hope you understand. So, but I'm definitely still planning, and I didn't want you to think, since I was out last week, that I was thinking maybe you missed me since I wasn't there and I didn't post last week, but I'm back. So hope you enjoy the content. Hope you enjoy the plan with me. This one is actually so pretty in person. When I did the photo shoot of the flat lay, it turned out so beautiful. I don't know, the peaches are just so beautiful, and I actually have some pins that like looked so pretty, just like with this spread. They just matched it perfectly. The copper and the peach, they were just so pretty. So check out my flat lay on Instagram. I'm probably going to post it up tomorrow. So I'd like to see your reaction and like your feedback and anything like that. So I've also been trying to add into the caption like the tools that I use on a regular basis. I know some people had asked, a few people had asked me to share those things, so I have like links to those in the caption. If you're interested in like the scissors, the tweezers, or anything, I have all the links for those items in my caption. And I try to specify which sticker book I'm using as well. This is the Happy Planner. This is my year sticker book, and usually I'll show them at the beginning of the video, so you kind of have an idea of what it looks like if you want to get that sticker book. I have so many sticker books right now that it's just sort of reorganized everything, and I haven't bought any new ones since the fall release. However, in the last year I have accrued so many sticker books, it's insane. So I may be thinking about selling some of them, but or gifting them maybe, I don't know. I'm just not sure what to do, because I have a lot of money put into these, and the Happy Planner ones especially, and I don't know if, since they're used, most of them, I have some that aren't used, but most of them are used, I just don't know if it makes sense to sell them. But I'll figure something out, I guess. I just feel like I have so many that aren't really being used that often, and then some that I'll probably never even use again, that I just kind of like grew out of whatever that theme was, or the color schemes and stuff. So I'm trying to decide what to do, if I want to just gift them to someone, or try to like sell them in some sort of stories, in my stories maybe. I've seen people do that before on Instagram. Tell me what you think, if you have any ideas of what, if you've ever destashed or done anything like that. I know some people make boxes and you just pay a certain price for the box or for the shipping. So we shall see. I just know when I went through and cleaned up everything and organized yesterday that I have a lot of sticker books. A lot of the Disney ones, I don't really want to get rid of them, but I'm not really using them a lot anymore. But also, I kind of have a fond attachment to some of these sticker books because it reminds me of when I first started planning. So, and then again, maybe my taste will change again and I'll come across a book and I'll want to use it, who knows. I'm sort of on the fence with what to do, a little bit torn. This is definitely one of the ones that I would keep. I don't know why, I just really like this book. I like the colors and the flowers, and not that you get like a ton of flowers in this book. I think you only get 2 pages. So I used some of those on this one, but the colors are so pretty, and they have a lot of quotes in there and a lot of boxes and like shapes. So those always come in handy with different spreads, and you can, I don't know, it's a pretty wide variety of color as well. Like you get the lilac, the peach, there's like a dark blue in this book. There's some pinks and copper tones and turquoise. So you get a fair variety of stickers. So this is one that I'll probably be keeping, but I do have some that I haven't used in forever. So I'm just trying to layer now with some of the washi tape, just to give those little pops of that peachy pink color. It just goes really well in here, I think. And then I decide to make it a little unique and add some of my pet tapes. So these flowers are on tape. They're called pet tapes, and you can get these online. I bought mine on Etsy because each roll costs about, give or take, $15 to $20 a roll. So I don't need like an entire roll of them. So I just bought samples. So they're like $2 or $3 a piece, and you get a whole loop. So you get basically all the flowers that are offered on that roll, or all the whatever that is offered on that roll, all the images. But you get one loop of it. So I got a bunch of different samples a while back from this Etsy shop called Kawaii Lane Studio, I believe that's the name. And they're like just a few dollars, and you get all these different cool flowers, and it's a really cool way to add some variety into your stationery and stickers. Now, these aren't stickers, so the kind of annoying thing is that you do have to cut them out. So what I do, instead of cutting with scissors and disconnecting it from the entire roll, I just sort of take my X-Acto and cut around the flower. That way the backing is still there, and so the roll is still connected to each other, if that makes any sense, because whatever's on the other side of that, if you cut it, is going to be disconnected, and then you're just going to have like random pieces laying around. Another thing I thought to do, which I have not done yet, is to go through and cut out each individual image and just have them already cut up and just keep them in like a box or something. And you could use it like ephemera, where you go through and like fan through stuff. But I thought it was a little easier to use just still connected to the roll. So you just cut around it with the X-Acto and peel it up, and then you have your tape. And the good thing about these, they're very thin, so they don't take up a lot of room. They don't make your planner super thick, but also they're clear, and they're so beautiful. I think I'm going to focus on, next time I'm looking for some of these, to find ones that are the matte paper instead of the shiny or glossy paper, because that gloss, it really shines. And for pictures and anything with like a light shining on it, is going to be really glossy, as you can probably see in some of, as I put the flowers on, you'll be able to see that. But they're very glossy, but they're so pretty. Look how pretty. So these are actually called, the person who made these particular flowers is LoiDesign, and she's very talented. She makes some very beautiful designs. Lots of beautiful pet tapes. So pet tapes are very popular in Asia, very popular in the journaling community, catching on quick. And I don't know, they're just fun. I just really like them. They take up so much less space. Well, I think they take up less space, but I've got mine wrapped around washi cards, so they just take up like not a lot of space at all. And the only thing, for me, I'd say is like the having to cut it out is kind of annoying, but they're just so pretty. So, you gotta like weigh the pros and cons there. If you don't want to be fooling with it, if you'd rather just pull it off the page, then these probably aren't for you, but I think they're worth it. I think they're so pretty, and you'll see how this enhances my spread as I add these. They just are just like fairy tale magical, beautiful flowers. I don't know, but you'll see I kind of layer them, and that's the nice thing too, is they're on clear paper, so you can layer them over things, but they're also pretty opaque where the paint is or where the ink is, so you can sort of layer them however you please. So I kind of did this one, so the leaf is a little underneath the line art, what am I trying to say, the copper flower over on the right hand side. So I just layered it like that, and then I have the stem coming over so you can still sort of see it, and I think it looks really good. And the really good thing about these, what I really like about these too, this pet tape, is it's easy to pull up. It does not pull your paper up. It does not rip your paper. You can just pull it off like washi tape. So that's another pro of these. You just get a lot of variety. I like having all different stuff. I don't want to use the same stickers for, so many spreads. So pulling this one, this is another of the lilac colored flowers. I'll use some peachy pinky ones here in a minute too. And then I'm just trying to figure out where to put those, and then that'll pretty much make my spread. So I really love this combination with the different shades of the sort of lilac pink color. I think it's so beautiful having them layered over each other. And honestly, the spread was pretty before, but it was a little more simple, and I think this really adds something to it. I'm just going to continue cutting some of these out and finish up the spread with some of these flowers. And here you can see how the glossy paper really shines right under the light. But it's one of those things, if it doesn't bother you, then, go for it. It doesn't really bother me so much. It's definitely harder to get a good image if you're using lighting. In natural light, though, I think I've had no problem photographing these, but if you have an overhead light or something like that, they do get very shiny to the point of not being able to really see what's there. So that's just one thing to consider if you are thinking of buying any pet tapes or washi tapes like this. The washi tapes, they make washi tape versions of these as well on some of these, and I like them almost just as much because they also peel up really easily. But they are matte, so they don't have that shine as much as these do, the pet tapes. But you can find also matte pet tapes where they don't have that glossy shine. So you can see I ripped that one a little bit, the stem ripped off. That was unintentional, but it's so easy to just piece them back together. But it is a very thin tape, so just FYI. But it's easy to put it back together if you do rip it, and I'm just a little clumsy too, so I tend to just like demolish things like that I'm holding or that I'm using, so. So I'm thinking, well, I'm going to cut the edge off here of the flower, but I'm thinking I'm getting close to the end, close to being done. I may add a few more flowers, and I may or may not have added a few after I filmed. Sometimes I don't know when to stop, so I just keep adding things, and then it ends up looking over decorated. But I think this one looks pretty simple, and it looks pretty good. I like the colors a lot, and I like the shine from the copper. I think that's really pretty. Again, can be hard to photograph, but looks really beautiful. So this is my spread. I think actually I caught everything on film that I did. But you're welcome to look at my Instagram page and catch the flat lay there. Thank you so much, and I hope everyone has a happy new year. Bye.